Moving on, before common nouns. Now certain things are common to you, to me, to everybody, like the sky, the earth, the moon. So we use the article the before the common nouns, the sky, the earth. Now the next rule, before a proper noun only when it is qualified by an adjective. Now what are proper nouns? Proper nouns are name of people or a person, right? So we use word the before a proper noun but implied or followed before an adjective. For example, the immortal Shakespeare. Now Shakespeare is name of a writer. Now we need to use an adjective to use the before it. The immortal Shakespeare, the great Caesar. Now we move on to indefinite articles. Now as I already told you, indefinite articles are a and an. Now indefinite articles are used when we are referring to an unspecified thing or a quantity. Now the choice of a and an is determined by sound, because an is generally used by a word or in front of a word which is followed by a consonant or a vowel sound. For example, there was once a sheep. Now sheep is not a vowel, neither does this word sound like a vowel. So we use a before as an indefinite article. I don't know which sheep it was, don't know its name or where it is from or anything about it. So I can't say the sheep. So there is nothing specific about the sheep in this sentence. We really don't know where the sheep is from, what is the name of the sheep or whose sheep is it. We use a before nouns or adjectives which begin with a consonant or when U sounds like Y or O sounds like W. For example, a cat, a dog, a university. Now why do we write a university? I'll explain you. Although U is a vowel, but it does not sound like you, it sounds like by you. So a university. Then a young puppy. Now this doesn't sound like a vowel, so it is a young puppy, a one-eyed pirate. We use an before words which begin with a vowel sound or a soft H sound. For example, an egg, an hourglass, an antique necklace. This rule also applies to acronyms. Now what are acronyms? I'll explain you. Acronyms are basically short forms or the initials of the words used. For example, a society of writers member was quoted in the article. Now instead of writing society of writers, we write down SOW. This whole concept of using the initials of the word is known as acronyms. Moving on. Now this rule also applies to acronyms. How? See this, a society of writers member was quoted in the article. Now what does this whole sentence mean? That a SOW member was quoted in the article. Now we use an before this. An SOW member was quoted in the article. So an is basically used before all the acronyms. Because S sounds like it begins with a vowel, ESS, and should be used in front of it. So this is how the acronyms concept is cleared off.